So, you saved up for weeks, saving up the 4,508 clues to buy the hunter, Bloody Queen. You try her out, but you don't feel like you're using her abilities to the best of their potential. More on that later on in this video. Hey guys, Music Man here, back with another Identity V video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 steps to improve your Bloody Queen gameplay. The goal of this video is to give you the top 5 tips that I would give to somebody new playing Bloody Queen, as well as show some examples of what I'm explaining on the screen. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Step 1. Use hunter traits to your advantage. I recommend a trait that would help you secure a first down in the really early game. With Bloody Queen, if you don't get a down in the first 3 ciphers of the game, your odds of winning are pretty slim. What I personally do is I bring Patroller along with me. What I do is I use my mirror to get a first hit on the survivor, then I use my Patroller to get an easy second hit while the survivor is immobilized every 5 seconds. I would say that this strategy has worked out for me nearly 90% of the time to get an early down. You could also justify bringing Blink along with you if you prefer using that to Patroller. The second part to this point is that I like to bring Trump Card. If the game starts getting to 1 or 2 ciphers left that are about to pop, I would switch to Peeper. If you have 1 or 2 survivors down in the vicinity late game as well, I would use Peepers to slow down the healing progress. The constant reveal of survivors is also really convenient to use as well. Step 2. Learn when to place your mirror. If you don't know the initial spawn position of the survivors, don't just mirror straight to the nearest cipher. If you guess wrong, you have to wait through the mirror animation as well as the mirror cooldown before you use your mirror again. Instead, look at open areas to see if you can find a survivor running through an open area. For me, this works often in Lakeside and Hospital where there are a lot of open areas. I would like to add that you should use your mirrors strategically. Wait for the perfect moment to place it and don't always use your mirrors right away. Step 3. Learn where to place your mirrors. Many times it is pretty self-explanatory where you should place your mirror, however sometimes it's not quite so obvious, such as when a survivor is tight kiting me. Whenever a survivor tries to pallet loot me, I like to back away from the loot just a little bit. Then I aim to position my mirror on my side of the pallets. This is important. If you place the mirror on their side of the pallets, all I have to do is hide behind the mirror, where it's impossible for the mirror to reach without the use of switching between your mirror image or rotating your mirror. I struggled with this quite a bit early on, as I would have so many survivors hide behind my mirror and I wouldn't know what to do from there. If you do this, the vast majority of the time this leads to an easy hit. Step 4. Use the mirror rotation ability. All too often I see lower tier Bloody Queens see the survivors outrun the mirror and then they just switch with the mirror image. Many times I use the mirror rotation after hitting a survivor, as sometimes that will cover a lot of ground instantly, in which you can rotate the mirror to be right on the survivor when you're chasing for a closer mirror switch. In addition to this, mirror rotations can actually help you patrol the ciphers. If you place a mirror at a cipher and you realize that it is a ways away from a survivor, there's a small chance that the mirror rotation will see a survivor and rotate in the survivor's direction, where you can disrupt the decoding, which leads me to step 5. Patrol the ciphers. There are 2 main times when I patrol the ciphers: when a survivor is on the chair, and when there are only 1 or 2 ciphers remaining. When a survivor is on the chair, what I'd like to do is take my mirror and place it so that I can disrupt decoding at a cipher while still camping the chair. This allows you to play the roles of both disrupting, decoding, and camping. If you're lucky, you might just get a terror shot. I also like to patrol the ciphers when there are only 1 or 2 remaining. This would be the time when I'm most likely to use my Trump Card to switch to Peeper. If you can drag out the last cipher pop long enough, you can pick the survivors off one by one until you down them all without the last cipher pop activating borrow time. If the cipher does pop, then many times you can be in a tough situation where you use your detention to try to pick off 1, maybe 2 survivors if you are really lucky. So we want to avoid that situation if at all possible. Just the last thing that you might like to know, this is the persona that I personally like to use. You can use variations of this if you would like, or you can scrap it entirely and make up your own. It's your choice. Lastly, I would like to encourage you to keep with it. Even if Bloody Queen's controls are relatively more difficult than, say, the Ripper, I don't want that to deter you from playing this character even if you lose for your first few rounds. There is a little learning curve to just about any character in the game, and you should stick with it if you really want to main Bloody Queen.
Well guys, that's about it for this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. As usual, please leave any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos in the comment section below. And if you think you know someone that could benefit from watching this video, please don't forget to recommend this video to them. And I hope that this video helps you start winning some more Bloody Queen matches. Thanks for watching. See you next time.